Hi, I'm Jaqueline P'ng and you're watching the HTV Evening Highlights. The government is reviving the defunct ValueCap in a bid to stem the rot in local equities. Prime Minister Dato Sri Najib Razak says the state-owned equity fund will get 20 billion ringgit to invest in undervalued stocks on the local bourse.
ValueCap was initiated in 2002. Its key shareholders are Khazanah National, the EPF and Permodalan Nasional Berhad, which the Prime Minister says had profited much from the firm's setup then. According to ValueCap's website, its asset under management grew to a peak of about 17 billion ringgit in 2010. From 2003 to 2013, the average return on the funds it managed was in excess of 11%. Najib is looking to throw a lifeline to the local markets with the benchmark KLCI flirting with the key 1,600 mark and the ringgit plummeting to 17-year lows. There is also significant capital outflows over unease surrounding debt-laden 1MDB. For the first 8 months of the year, net outflow for foreign funds from Malaysian equities stood at 16 billion ringgit. That's more than twice the figure for the whole of 2014.
ValueCap is among several initiatives announced by the PM today, as recommended by the newly set up Special Economic Committee. More on theedgemarkets.com. Now let's take a look at how the markets reacted to the announcement. The FBM KLCI's up, jumping 36 points or 2%.
The benchmark composite closed at 1,640, boosted by gains in state-controlled companies. Tenaga's up about 7%, Sime Darby also around 7%, while FGVH surged 30%. JF Apex Securities senior analyst Lee Chern-wee tells The Edge Markets the rise was mostly due to the economic stimulus announcement. But he thinks the market has overreacted to the announcement. He also points out that while the gains were mostly on selected blue-chip stocks, the small to medium-cap stocks did not see much impact from the announcement. The FBM Small Cap Index merely rose 0.4% today. Lee believes the market will probably retreat in the short term.
After the close, ValueCap's shareholder Khazanah made an announcement of its own. It says it will be pumping in 6.77 billion ringgit in domestic investment to support the measures announced by Najib.
These investments include the Desaru Coast Destination Resort in Johor with a development cost of about 4.5 billion ringgit. 50 million ringgit for a new tourism venture fund to aid qualified tourism entrepreneurs. 670 million ringgit for new hospitals and expansions under IHH Healthcare in Johor's Iskandar region, Kuala Lumpur, Klang, Melaka and Kota Kinabalu. And 1.1 billion ringgit to develop Dataran Museum and Tugu Park, with Khazanah funding about 730 million ringgit of the cost.
Meanwhile, CIMB's Tengku Zafrul Aziz has hailed the measures announced by the PM as a well-balanced plan. He says it will be able to stabilize the financial markets and support business activities.
There are, of course, headwinds from low commodity prices, weakening ringgit and the general economic slowdown. But Zafrul says Malaysia's economic growth is expected to be well above the lower end of the official target of 4.5% for this year. In fact, if all measures announced are executed well, he says growth could actually be closer to the upper end of the target of 5.5%.
Now the latest on one of our biggest bugbears, 1MDB. The UK Serious Fraud Office is the latest to join a probe into a possible money laundering scandal involving the state fund. According to the Sunday Times UK, the agency is examining evidence uncovered by whistleblower website Sarawak Report.
This comes a couple of days after Hong Kong police began investigating deposits of more than 250 million US dollars into accounts allegedly linked to Prime Minister Dato Sri Najib Razak. The probe follows a report lodged by sacked Penang UMNO Division leader Khairuddin Abu Hassan, who's lodged similar reports with other foreign investigation bodies. Najib, who is chairman of 1MDB's Board of Advisors, has denied the allegations. He says he has never taken taxpayers' money for personal gain and claims that it's part of a plot to topple him. Last month, Swiss authorities said it had frozen millions of US dollars in Swiss bank accounts and opened criminal proceedings into 2 1MDB executives for suspected money laundering. 1MDB has denied that any of its bank accounts in Switzerland had been frozen.
And that brings the Edge TV Evening Highlights to a close. I'm Jaqueline P'ng. Thank you for watching.